Oh, so wow, thank you.
Wow. He did that song here?
Yeah, it was one night. He used just one night. Tell my name, done. Me buy addiction. Not watch him.
This only tirelessly creating sa. Then we say over 21 albums, almost 29 with collaborations. Like Nkansah Chonum Manana.
Oh no, we hear just one word.
No, the ABBR. Did you ever see him as like? Was there a day you looked at him and said, Kojo, you too much?
No, okay, we are not in it tonight. Now, me started from beginning until now. Me who normal. Me say in the Juma. You know, now so yes on and yummy because me said the oil no bet me.
And he was always great at it.
Yeah. You know.
Final words sir. Odema Ghana for. We are seeing the power omodo wo. Asofo mo bom paye ma wo. Obi bia. Oye German ni die. But ye ka oye Ghana ni. Enti you are one of us. Then I'll catch all of us. My name. I am Ajosa. And if Amasa, who is the lovely mother of Charles Kojo Fosu, is also Sa, then of course you know that this story was meant to come this way. God had a purpose, and indeed we see the purpose unfolding. Charles Kojo Fosu is a man who is loved by all, from children to old folks, men and women alike. We miss him dearly.
I want to take you through a whole collage of photos.
I have in front of me, I've got here the wife of Mr. Charles Kojo Fosu Dadilumba, Mrs.Akosua Serwaa Fosu, aka Mama Lumba, and that's her beautiful self. So these are pictures of Lumba and his family, his wife, the beautiful Madame Akosua Serwaa Fosu. This is Lumba with the lady that did that song, Eradi Nimidi Daddy Lumba Nana Machidide, and a gentleman whom I do not know. This is Lumba in his elements. You know, back in the day, he had a unique hairstyle, and literally all the young men who came from or migrated from our part of the world, which is West Africa, Ghana, into Europe, especially to Hamburg and places, most people used to mimic his hairstyle because he was quite influential. In fact, Lumba is the influencer's influencer. He's the original influencer. He's been influencing and blasting internationally from about 1980 something, 85 thereabout. And this is Lumba and his best man, Papa Shi, Evangelist Papa Shi to the whole of the world. We've got so many pictures here of Lumba performing.
Smart TV is will be aqua since I go out there and I'll show me messages of subscribe, like, over share. Now, do I drink share? I'm a comment section was any Danny, I prepare out here at the Mameno. Mrs.Akosua Serwaa edit some documentary between that Lumba and the honor about the two upon team. Now, in some Mamma cano are repo. Now, me a same way bad the one. We Timodo Bruni, we Tim Liga, the Biamekase. I for me no. They don't have any issue. Some men will issue and answer banter. The Obia Yebiano, Obia Butayintia or yes, sir. Because Mrs.Akosua Serwaa or only be trying to tone so say. ono the poison ni kun that lumba clear wabla obiwu antibia no wu or clear I think say 2 years pepe but almost the same to so over years that lumba being another so where that lumba or you be a very secretive person or peace or pasundri enti no onko media so enka we ema wonka we into your team legal wife ameti ase be ya senga viti say oh yeah na nanko ba be ka dem bi sometimes position any pa holding no and as a position any pa pita no enye bibia and oba public ebe clear you need to criticize you need to say whatever that you want if you are promoting the brand what you say but that lumba ayen late mumudie and check no we it is after say Sarkodie for subuye no banta bibrina na ba Mrs.Akosua Serwaa yere ono won krata idea dance say oni that the lumba awale just a Ghana for emre bi omoka say ono na poison ni kunu oni ni kun ajahi oni ni kun ayesi eno na maame no super to prove chom say there bi ono no o ware that the lumba legal oni that the lumba enjai na emom no protect ni kun legacy o protecting your maybe on person baba bonti abeka say bi egu Sarkodie for su fi eno ntina wamba apontin ito person prove Ghana for nyina say oyeyere Mrs.Akosua Serwaa there's no way eno obi na no aka say property every that the lumba ho and also just say court no man property ni bi but person onya some point or person prove the whole Ghana say oyeyere ampa say you drew on a court ni charge apade na or the dey man Ghana for ankeka say bi and yes to Odobro ni so person o say only that the lumba wo mama akoma nsinya enye easy thing na ono so ye yire that the lumba e wale no tiu that the lumba e wale no ono so ye yire that the lumba wale na ono we sis eno ne copy quarter yes to Odobro ni wantimi anya adanse nkrata bi e kire say that the lumba e hye ne kawa ba Mrs.Akosua Serwaa na di bi bae court ne ka say there bi the only by idea problem ya na mistake bi on ti kone ko fa foforo bra but na nyoma elite o so mo ye ni ade ti no na yes sister address credit to address akọ ne kokọ ye interview no only make some documentaries bia oni ni kun that lumba ye na futu kakra wa share e di ama aye McBrown no message no about our so interview
somewhere in Europe Lumba and his darling wife Akosua Serwaa and their wonderful son Kofi. And I was wondering in this picture whether they were cheering their son on or they were cheering, you know, someone on the dance floor. Yep. Lumba and the First Lady Akosua Serwaa. You know, one thing that I love, there's this adage in our local dialect that says, "Penyin obi nyebida, abrofade obi ayebe." So looking at Lady Akosua Serwaa in her elements, Charlie, naswagno tights. Back in the day, this fancy new town beauty was beautying in the most amazing way. Her ladyship again, and her husband. And here, Mama dancing, you know, with her husband. Sometimes they say small girls are young. She's had her time in life, you know, the style. For the young guys who think so, when Lumba and Akosua Serwaa were having fun, look at how he was holding her hands and everything. Yep. And so I've got so many pictures here. And interestingly, I have the car. This is the car, the famous car that Lumba had the infamous accident with. Okay? The accidents that ended up given him a spinal injury. This is the car that he had that crashed in. To the world, this musical god was a legend whose music we have loved, adored, enjoyed every beautiful occasion in our lives with, and even mourn the death of our loved ones with. But to some special selected few, this gentleman, this legend, was their dad. And all they knew was Kojo Fosu, or Charles Kojo Fosu DL, as daddy. Here we see him performing his daddy duties, combing the hair of his heir, who happened to be Calvin Fosu. And here too is his lovely mum, Akosua Serwaa Fosu, with him. And these two pictures speaks in volumes. I was more determined to show you these pictures to let you know that whereas we see or we saw Daddy Lumba as a music god and as a legend who brought high life music to music clubs across the globe, he was much more than that. He was a dad. He was a man that was loved dearly by his family. And so as we mourn him, I entreat all of us to, in respect of his wife and children, put some decorum and respect on the name as we celebrate this great music god all through the world, globally. Yep. But like I said, I am Ajwasa, and the greatest privilege is all mine to tell you the stories as they were and as they are. General Polipo and Mama Comfort Jemfi. General Polipo was Mama Comfort Jemfi's husband, who also happened to be Daddy Lumba's stepdad. Yep. So, from here...
Naminia, Manuel Semiani said, Chinoko Akasa, my young video square, I'm Makuma Tommy. Okay. Kopebiti na ye pa nsemu Chinoko akasa papa was it say when the next person ye bet na tum when the next person ya ye bet na tum na e banisen na abusia panini woman kofo yo duom do abontiso fo yo dum anu odi na uma abontetu for you dum oduno ko ni wakasa papa no wakasa wasi eba ne say abusopani eba ne say na pa ayo de say ekwo na adukuro ekwo na hwane mo aso mo kogo mo ye ni ngurasefo kino kan na acho mo ne so mo ye ni ngurasefo na mini opanini Kofi usu the papa no mabusie mo e be ka me the last person ya this be nyame ne be so me say ka bia me last person papa no e bia me kuma me ekumi bi abetu de je me papa de me ka san za hwe wa habusie ne papa wa habusie no wa habusie ne pa yaka tunu kwaka sa e ba ne senu obi nia etiase ni ko si onua ne na ya wonimu bibia ne ko bia so de kire se ani sie no wo ko potuno ko ayibiti e ba ne sen de no ne sen pa awo Ghana na ye mi yese Ghana mpanimfu bia busu na mo nsa ensakese yesu nsa e kese sremo yesu nsa ye enti die papa we ayetie na busia die papa we egu na busia no asia ya mo Ghana for sabi empanimfu bi mutete wa papa ne yesa no enti Ghana enti panim bie no kase papa e do ye ne de nye baby o ya na kodo ida because ba na wo no nua party ase ne wo fati ase wona na ti ase ade a wo ye no ya mahwan Why did they say Aja we know Yama? Oh Yama Ghana for us, oh Yama Lumba, this is a penny no so who at least a penny bibiano, and then of a no nano. No what me bumani guso. My papa do you be an set and fata? No deep papa yet. I'm a papa mu do I yet. The Japan said, Adia why you see Lumba fear honor. When you pass you see Lumba feel so could you see Pacoso when the Lumba free. Neko ye be so be better crown says he can't find a better year, yet the Bobusian and Chimana Pebano. They say, I don't know why you see Lumba fear one crano, and for so better that a Papa Abusiano.
I feel almost on the museum now for a bit PS card. Only have one column. Obi obewubia wo mabusia obi obewubia wo say krima body ni ya busia for de ne enkwala en madia obi obewubia no owu a body no ya busia for de Ghana fanya mamnenete eze se no wokoye sadness efi what is saying wokoye sadness lumba fie ho no wo papa Kofi usu no nyame fasa maso uwa kwa una uti se safo kuta wo safo ba ko di ho ansem enu obo bra bi din baby de bi o che space ye ko nyina ni never have ko
o se onu so no onu so da ebe bibia on so kwa ane safo ba ko di ni nsem na enu ane sen na de bi no Ghana for me srebon timniga wa mo fasa de won tumutirim odobroni onu ko ni oba wi ase yeye ne ho ade no yeye no okun fie odobroni onu ko an oba wi ase a okunu ewu a wote okun fie a yesa pa ne ho kuna ayi mo se de bay kurantema ewu okun fie odobroni na set record Ghana
ye ja so kan sem pa o
Odobroni nko an uda busa odobroni nko an
eno amamre ne nkyere saa me bua ye nye no
amamre ne nkyere saa amamre ne nkyere saa ya wasa Ghana mpalifo bi kache Kofi usu yi efie no oba ne tie no kura de no ni kwase usie lumba wo fi officer body ne nye lumba enye oba ne dia se lumba kwa de kasi ense no wo kwa no wotu mu ni onwam nhyɛ se no ye di ne ekopa akoso
that's right
akosie no cause body no eye abusia ne dia
wow
body no enye odobroni ene ne madia na o papa watimi ama abontesu fo twido ko kan ayo yodom atimi aye sanye ma atimi bu abusia ne mu ase poto ama enipa bi so di wachi hwe se game ye fe ne chike wonu chike be ma me brempama wo awurade ya meti sa mi na already so gugumi chike ma me brempama woni na ma me Akosua Serwaa de me se ma me Akosua Serwaa oba be si asiti wo 62 years baby so otijama wo mu ye adwuma odoboni mu nchi odoboni adwuma wo ye
trending ba ewa infa trending ba
Shapa na minia manu asemi ani said ne Chinoko akasa maye video skwa amma kuma to meyem
okay
ne Chinoko ko biti na ye pa nsem Chinoko akasa papa o se woni the next person ye be china tum woni the next person ya ye be china tum na ebanisen na abusia panini woman kofo yo duom do abontiso fo yo dum
anu odi o
na woman abontiso fo yo dum odino ko ni wakasa papa no wakasa wose ebanisen ya abusia panini ebanisen na pa ayo de say ekwo na adukuro ekona hwane mo aso mo ko go mo ye ni nguasefo kino kan na acho mo ne so mo ye ni nguasefo na mini opanini Kofi usu se papa no mabusie mo ye be come the last person
This is be nyame be so me say ka bia me last person papa no e bia me kuna me ekumi bi
abetu
de je me papa de me ka san za hwe wa habusia ne papa wa habusia no wa habusia ne pa ayaka tuno kwaka sa eba ne senu obi nia etiase ni ko si onua ne na ya wonimu bibia ne ko bia so de kire se ani sie no wo ko potuno ko ayibiti eba ne sen de no ne sen pa awo Ghana na ye mi yese Ghana mpanimfo bia busu na mo nsa ensakese Yesu nsa e kese sremo Yesu nsa ye enti die papa we ayetie na busia die papa we egu na busia no asia ya mo Ghana for sabi empanimfo bi mutete wa papa ne yesa no enti Ghana enti panim bie no kase papa e do ye ne de nye baby o ya na kodo ida because bra na wo no nua party ase ne wo fati ase wona na ti ase ade a wo ye no ya mahwan why they say ade a wo ye nya wo ya mahwan wo ya magana fo na se wo ya ma lumba this is happening no so wu a this happening hwe bibia no enne no wo fa ne wona na no na mo time bumanye guso amma papa di wo ye bia ense enfata na mudi papa wo ye chi amma papa mu ye do aye de nya kwa ne se ade wo ye si lumba fie ho no we ni kwa so ye si lumba fie so ko ye si pa koso ho ne lumba fie ne ko ye bia so bi behwe kura no se sika kwa ne bagye a ye de ko busia no nchima na beba no se sei ade no wo ye si lumba fie wo nkra no emfa so be de da che beba ma abusia no
Afia no mso mo di be museum na nkofo abetu eska ndi omudi abo ankwala no
tie obi obewu bia wo mabusia obi obewu bia wo use krima body ni ya busia fo de ne enkwala en madia obi obewu bia no wo a body no ya busia fo de Ghana fanya mamne neti eze se no wokoye sad nesi efi what is saying wokoye sad nesi lumba fie ho no wo papa Kofi usu no nyame fasa maso uwa kwa una o se safo lukuta wo safo ba ko di ho ansem enu obo bra bi din da bi de bi o che space ye gonyi na ni
that have ko
wo se onu so no onu so da ebe bibia onu so kwa wana safo ba ko di ni nsem na eno ne sen na bde bi no Ghana for me srebon timniga wa mfa sa de wontum tirim odobroni ono ko ni oba wi ase yeye ne ho ade no yeye no okun fie odobroni ono ko an oba wi ase a okunu ewu a wote okun fie a yesa pa ne ho kuna ayi mo se de bai kurantema ewu okun fie odobroni na set record Ghana
ye ja so kan some pa o
odoboni nkuan no uda busa odoboni nkuan
no amamre ne nkyere saa me bua ye nye no
amamre ne nkyere saa amamre ne nkyere saa ya wasa Ghana mpanifo bi kache Kofi usu ei efie no oba ne tie no kura de no ni kwase usie lumba wo fi officer body ni nye lum enye oba ne dia se lumba kwa de kasi ense no wo kwa no wotru mu ni onua mu hye se no ye de ne ekopa akoso
that's right
akosie no cause body no eye abusia ne dia
wow
body no enye odobroni ene ne madia na o papa watimi ama abontesu fo twu ko kan ayo yodom atimi aye sanye ma atimi bu abusene ni mu ase poto ama enipa bi so di wachi hwese game ye fe ne chike wono chike be ma me brempama wo awurade ya meti sa mi na already so gugumi
asem
chike ma me brempama wo ne Nana Mamiakosa Serwaa, dear Mrs. Mamiakosa Serwaa, or Babesi as it was 62 years, Baby so Tidama woman yeduma. What Tidama woman yedumo, Odobo Nimun Chodoboni, a Juma, why ye?
Trending ba, ewa infa, trending ba.